What's up guys, Alan here, the Trini surfer, and today I'm going to be answering the assumptions you have about me from Instagram and seeing how accurate you are, or at least what I think of myself compared to what you think about me. Let's go. Alright, so let's just dive right into it. You are actually an introverted person. Well, yes, I state that all the time on my Instagram, how introverted I am. I really, with all my heart, prefer to just be around like a very small portion of people. I stay at home a lot of the time when I'm not out surfing, and the outdoor activities I actually do quite a lot often involve only 2 or 3 people at max, or spending time with my girlfriend or my dog. So yes, 100% introverted person. You prefer manual transmission cars over automatic cars. So if you had asked me this 4 or 5 years ago, manual would have been the correct answer. However, when I was younger, I used to like to drive the manual cars and stuff and take it off-road. It was cool, you know, it felt like an ability to be able to drive a manual car as opposed to an automatic car. But now, after going to work for like the last 10 years, driving in traffic and just putting up with all this shit on Trinidad's roads, 100% automatic any day. And to be clear, not cars, trucks. I think it's great to own a truck, a 4-wheel drive truck in this country, but give me automatic. I don't see any limitations to it. Maybe if you do some like heavy off-roading it might matter, but my automatic Hilux gets me everywhere out of any mud I've ever been in. So to me, why even put in the extra work to be operating like a clutch and a brake and everything? Just push the pedal, go, hit the brake, stop. Easy as that. So automatic all the way. You were a girl's man back in the day. A girl's man, for people who don't know, somebody who gets a lot of girls, or I guess a woman who gets lots of guys. Somebody who does well with the opposite sex or the same sex, depending to your preference. And to begin with, what does it have to be a girl's man back in the day for? Why can't I be a girl's man still right now? I'm sure if you ask my girlfriend, I'm still a real girl's man, you know? But I won't say I was a girl's man back in the day, but I've always been confident, and I live my life with, you know, I've always believed in relationships. I had it in my younger years where I had my fun, but yeah, pretty much, I won't say I was a girl's man, but I was not starving for attention either as I grew up, if that answers your question. I don't know if that's a good answer or not, so I'm just going to end this question right here now. I was 50-50 a girl's man when I was younger. You leave it at that. Alright, let's change the background so you guys don't get too bored. Brand new background. You like that? So next question. You love to travel and go to the States a lot in particular. So first and foremost, traveling is my ultimate passion in life. I absolutely love to travel. And without travel, honestly, I don't know how much I would have enjoyed this life at all. When it comes to the States or the US, I do love the US, and I've traveled. I've been to Florida and Disney World and stuff like 2 or 3 times in my life, and I've been to New York 3 times. So I'm actually not very versed in the United States. However, I'm all game fit. Well, of course, this damn pandemic has me and everybody else trapped in their countries right now, but rest assured, as soon as the borders open, I'll be back out traveling. Traveling fills my heart so much. I love it. I think it's the best thing in the world, and I think everybody should make a point to do as much traveling before they die. That's my honest opinion. You know how to surf really good. Obviously, why would you even ask that question? But on a serious note, no, I'm not a really good surfer. I'm a competent surfer. I know how to surf to a level where I could fully enjoy myself. I'm very capable. But compared to these professionals and the kind of talent they have coming up in the younger generation as well too, not even close. I'm just a competent surfer. Most of my friends we're all people who have been surfing for a very long time, and we're good enough. But to say that we're really good surfers, I know a lot of people around the world will probably look at us surf and laugh at the idea of us being really good surfers. So we're competent surfers, we're strong swimmers, and we're good ocean people. But we're not very good surfers, and definitely not close to some of the abilities that these people out there have right now. Not at all. So okay surfers, just okay. I feel like you look like a terrorist, according to a friend here. So you guys be the judge. Am I a terrorist? This is my national ID card that my grandmother took me for right after a day of surfing, so I was sunburnt, and well, you could tell that obviously I had a different haircut back then. So, I don't know. Maybe as a terrorist, maybe not. I'm not confirming or denying anything. You make your judgment, and I'm okay with it. You are fearless and have so much bravery because I surf. I'm a kind of brave person, absolutely not fearless. I'm terrified of planes and flying, although I will fly, and I'm kind of over it because you need to travel and you have to fly to travel, so what are you gonna do? However, heights, like walking on high ledges, even standing near like a balcony in a high apartment, I literally like stand backwards and just stay the hell away from that shit because I get like serious vertigo. I always feel like I'm just gonna tip over and fall. So no, I am absolutely not fearless. I think you need fear to keep you in check. There are aspects of life where I'm a lot more brave. Maybe over time I build confidence as well too, but fearless is not a word I will associate with myself at all. Definitely not fearless. Alright, so new background again. I'm hoping, literally, just to show you guys, I'm sitting on a table with like 4 seats on it, so every time you get a new background, it's because I've shifted 1 seat in the direction that I'm moving. So enjoy. Let's go on to the next question now. A friend of mine says, you're getting chubby? Yeah, I'm getting a little chubby, but that's because I'm not surfing enough, and that's because the friend who said this message to me is being a little punk and he's staying home too much because he wants to spend time with his girlfriend. No problem. Well, you sit there and watch while I get fat and you stay home. You go ahead and do that. You're rich and you probably own a business. No, I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. I come from a middle class family, or not class, but a middle income family. And myself personally, no, I'm not rich. I work a normal job and I have my photography on the side. My girlfriend and I rent, so we live a fairly comfortable life. We're not wanting for anything, but you know, I'm still paying off car loans. I have normal bills just like every other person. I'm definitely not rolling in money by any stretch of the imagination. And my girlfriend, who's a real boss, she has like 2 businesses. But myself, I work for a company and I don't own my own business per se. I have my little photography and studio account where I sell certain things, but I don't know if you'll call that a full-fledged business. But no, I'm not rich at all. So please don't come and try and rob me. I think I have nothing to give. You'll be wasting your time and my time pretty much. So let's just leave it at that. You excited to hit 10,000k on Instagram? Well, I'm definitely excited, and well, while making this video, I hit the 10k this morning. And again too, I always try to make it a point. I know followers, social media, they're only as powerful as much as you make them. But it is nice. It is nice to feel that support, that, you know, 10,000 was a little bit of a goal. And it also opens certain features on Instagram, so it was like a nice target to make it there. And I never wanted to try and do it to be cool or to be seen in any kind of light, or to buy followers and be like, hey, look, that guy has so many followers. Like, I took my time. It took a long time just posting content, trying to be very consistent with it daily, and people came as they pleased. And of course, I'm very proud that obviously I've maybe done enough good work that people have taken note and said, okay, cool, you're worth a follow. And 10,000 individuals did that, so blessings. I assume that you were not born in Trinidad and Tobago. Wrong assumption. I was born here, as were my parents, as were my grandparents, as were my great-grandparents. So pretty much lived in Trinidad all my life. I've lived away in London, England for 2 years when I was around 19 years old, which was great. But no, I've always lived in Trinidad. I'm Trini, born and bred. I get why I may not look necessarily like I live in Trinidad, because, you know, like having this white skin is less than 1% of the population, but we have a few of us around. And yeah, I'm proud to be a Trini, and I've always lived here, never really left, other than for small vacations and travel. So yeah, I'm a Trini to the bone, as they would say down here. And you can hear it in my accent. How could you think I'm not a Trini? You seem pretty cool and down to earth, but when people piss you off, you trip out and flip out. Yes, yes, the answer is yes. A lot less now in my older years. When I was younger, I was definitely a bit of a loose cannon, for better or worse in some situations. There's quite a few people who I'm sure would have less than good things to say about me, but I think age kind of settles the nerves and the brain a little bit. I'm almost always calm these days, and very, very chill, laid back person. I will say that over time, if something really builds up in me, or if somebody really pushes my buttons, I'm not afraid to stand up for myself at all. And I definitely am prone to flipping out a little bit. Sometimes even when I'm playing sports and stuff, and you know, somebody gets the best of you, or tensions are rising, I could definitely snap, and you probably wouldn't think you're talking to the same person right now. But hopefully you guys will never have to see that side. I leave that for, you know, in private, hopefully. But not too much, just very, very little bit. But I can trip. I am human, and I do trip the fuck out sometimes. Somebody put sporty spice here. It's not even really an assumption. They just said the word sporty spice. So I guess I'm gonna say spice up your life. Sporty spice is cool. Married to Beckham, who's also very cool. So if you're associating me with them somehow, I'm gonna take it that I'm also very cool. And then another person here says very creative. I try a lot. So I think any creativity you see from me, I don't know how much of that is natural ability, but I spend a lot of time trying to create. and therefore hopefully creativity shines through in those efforts. So maybe that's a better way to describe it than just being very creative, but I don't know. You like really hot food, super spicy. On a scale of 0 to 20, 17. Spot on. Sometimes even 18 or 19 in terms of that scale you're talking about. I am addicted to pepper. I love pepper. I mean hot pepper, not like Tabasco sauce pepper. The only thing I don't put pepper on is things like ice cream and that kind of stuff. But pepper to me is like the ultimate flavor to any kind of food. I love spicy food. I think you would be sick if you see the amount of pepper I put on certain items I eat. Everybody in my family, my girlfriends, my friends, they always look at me with this kind of face of disgust. They can't even touch my food or share my food because it literally burns all their face and their mouth and that kind of stuff. I just love it. I'm addicted to pepper since I was a little boy, since 8 years old. So yes, I love spicy food. You seem like a great guy with a great family, and you have beautiful eyes. No disrespect to Stephanie, who is my recent fiance. I don't think Stephanie will feel any disrespect. I was fortunate enough to be born with some green eyes. Not that there's anything wrong with any other colored eyes. Interesting fact, my sister and I have green eyes, but my parents both have brown eyes, my grandparents both have brown eyes, and my great-grandparents both have brown eyes. So make of that what you will. I don't know, maybe, you know, we're our children from some kind of weird creation that I don't know how we ended up with colored eyes when it seems everybody else in our family has brown eyes. But no complaints, taking it as is, and I appreciate the compliment. And on that topic as well too, somebody else says you and your girlfriend both look like amazing people. But I could definitely vouch for my girlfriend. Very amazing person, like high caliber woman, super intelligent, super driven, very innovative and hardworking. Like, you would be thoroughly impressed if you got to know her. So I'll give her that. We don't have to talk about me being great. I'm alright when I'm ready. But she's the real boss, brains of the operation behind everything. Take what I'm telling you. Alright, change of scenery again. Let's go for a walk. You seem like a generous person who has a great sense of humor and likes to talk shit. Probably the most accurate assumption out of all of them here is the shit talk. I love to talk shit. In fact, it's damn near language sometimes, and I almost can't help it. A lot of people struggle to even understand me when they first meet me, because my sarcasm can be so heavy that they may literally think I am saying things that I don't necessarily mean, or they don't grasp my humor, so they probably just think I'm straight up like a fucking weirdo. And well, what are you gonna do about it? You know, the people who do understand me, I think, believe I'm a funny person, and that's all that counts, is the people who are closest to me. But if you ever meet me and you think I'm weird as hell, probably give it a few more weeks and you might understand me a little bit better. Impulsive and spontaneous. Very impulsive and very spontaneous. I don't like to be boring. I have a lot of ADHD, or so I was told anyway when I was younger. And I definitely like to get up and do something new, go see something new, explore. And I can be very impulsive and also impatient. Sometimes I'm patient, but other times, like when I know I want to do something, or if I get too idle and bored at home, I just like to pick up. And I'm also very punctual, sticking with all these words that we're using. I don't like to be late. I like to get moving. I don't like to dilly-daddle at all. So yes, definitely spontaneous and impulsive. That's a very good one as well. So I'm gonna just read one more. And this person says, you seem like a true gentleman. As much as I want to take that compliment, I don't know what defines a true gentleman these days, but I do think, especially at this point in my life, I just do my best to be a good person each day. And I'll also take note that almost every comment submitted, or none whatsoever, were negative or judgmental. Maybe people have a little bit of a fear to say what they really feel, or because, you know, it's not anonymous. A friend of mine actually pointed out to me while I was doing this that if I could have made this in a way where I could not see people's names and stuff, they might have had more bad things to say, which is fine. Like, criticism is welcome, you know. But I really appreciate it. Most people just said I appear to be this kind of person or that kind of person, good and creative, artistic, whatever. And I'm just like anybody else, super flawed, human. I have my bad days. I could be a dick. I could be a bad person sometimes, but most of the time I try to get up, be a good person, be creative, live a decent life, and just like everybody else, get through the day and keep my shit in check, you know. But I appreciate all the feedback. This has actually been quite fun. I love to see what people think of me. Some of the things are like truly funny to read and go through, and what people assume. This is a good video to show like how we think we identify with people on social media, how much we actually really know them just by, you know, their posts. And it's a good reminder that social media is not always real life, and people really have a lot of other things going on, or they may just look a certain way. But it also is a reminder that social media is a great way for us to share with each other, to connect, and to experience another person's life through their eyes. You know, I try to keep my social media as real as possible. It's not there to make me or my life look much more exciting by any means. So yeah, thank you very, very much. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I try to put out one every Sunday. Sometimes videos like this, a lot of time videos of outdoors and exploration. Anything, just mixing it up, trying to keep it exciting. I appreciate all the feedback, and I'll see you guys next week Sunday. Bless up.